to meet everybody and get familiar with everybody.
Can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Get rid of some of the rain.
That's what people have said, that I brought the rain. I don't want to take credit for that.
No, it wasn't Diane's fault. But take us through this, Diane, because we've been looking at a lot of the data and getting our forecast together. Where do we go from this point forward? We're still seeing some scattered rain showers, but for some, not all that heavy right now, which isn't a bad thing at all.
Right. On our first alert weather app ahead of our noon show, I said a pause in the rain. It was almost hard to believe, but actually some of us have seen a break in the rain here this afternoon. But others have not. So along 75 between Perrysburg and Bowling Green, we are seeing some wet weather there. So even around Hoskins, we have also some showers. Even around the metro, a few sprinkles are trying. But mainly where we've been seeing some of the heaviest downpours, even through our morning and afternoon, is through southeast Michigan. So Lenawee County, Monroe County, really seeing a lot of those showers have a little more of that red and even yellow color. And mainly it's not for severe weather, but those bright, vivid colors are because of the heavy downpours that we're expecting.
All right, Facebook friends, take a look out the window. Tell me, is it raining in your neighborhood? Give me a shout out. Give Diane a shout out. It's great to be along with you this afternoon. If it's raining and you're just sick of it, well, let us know on Facebook as well. Maybe make a funny joke about it, because we're going to get you through it. There is rain still yet to come, and more rain across the area. And Diane, you did say some of the heavier rainfall was across southern Michigan. I actually saw some of this myself up 23, right around Dundee. There was really some torrential rainfall that was coming down, and some indications this certainly could have been putting down maybe around an inch of rainfall over the past 12 to 24 hours. Some areas north of M50, just over an inch, and in around Summerfield over into Lenawee County. Half an inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch of rainfall that came down. So the atmosphere still is capable, so to speak, of some downpours and some heavier areas of rain.
Yeah, I think many of us are happy to just see kind of a nice, slow, gentle rain, to where we haven't had too much as far as those heavy downpours to kind of hurt visibility. But you can still kind of feel it's sticky and muggy outside. And that still means that we are still having a lot of that moisture in the air, so we have a lot to work with. Kind of like Chris had said yesterday, the atmosphere, we're going to kind of wring that out. We're still going to be doing that here for today.
So check this out too, and Diane and I were talking about this. So where are some of the heavier downpours and some of the really tropical rain? Actually strong and severe storms along with some of the heavier rainfall right around Columbus, really the I-71 corridor between Cincinnati and Columbus, getting clobbered with some heavy rain and storms, and that's where really some of those gully washers are. This actually may be impacting our weather somewhat, so to speak. As Diane and I were talking, that is actually disrupting a little bit some of the tropical flow of atmospheric moisture up into our area. So that can actually disrupt that moisture flow, which limits the amount of rainfall that we get. So we're actually talking maybe a good news type of scenario. There still is more rain to get through this evening. There's no doubt about that one, but some indications do show that the heaviest of that rainfall could very well stay south of us, a little bit closer to the I-70, maybe the I-71 corridor, but we are not done with the rainfall yet. So Diane, take us into the evening. We're still looking at more rainfall.
We are. So if you are going to the Promenade Park tonight for Cool in the Gang, is it tonight? Is that
Cool in the Gang.
Our act for tonight. So I know everybody's excited about that, but probably not excited that we're going to have to sport our raincoats and ponchos.
Right. Because you can't bring umbrellas.
Yes.
That's a no-go. You can't bring an umbrella, so raincoats and ponchos, and make it a good Friday and a safe Friday night tonight.
Yes, yes. And I'm sure the music will be great. We won't mind the rain, but hopefully though, if those storms towards our south can kind of soak up a lot of that moisture, then maybe we can just kind of keep this slow, gentle rain for the concert tonight.
That would be probably a best case scenario.
Yes.
So let's go through this one hour by hour, and if you tune in tonight at 5 o'clock, we're going to take you through the details of this and how much more rain to expect. I still expect we're going to have fairly widespread shower activity. Could actually begin to fill back more in with the risk of some downpours. Now, our forecast is going to call from now this point forward. Of course, we've been through about 24 hours of rainfall. It started about this time yesterday. Some areas have already seen an inch, 2 inches of rainfall, and some of that was really torrential yesterday. For today, tonight, and tomorrow, additional rainfall is going to be around an inch, and I suspect the heaviest of that could actually be east of I-75, possibly south and east of I-75, and some areas over toward our Lake Erie shoreline that could come away with over an inch of rainfall, possibly up to an inch and a half of additional numbers. So that's what we're talking about now. How much more from this moment onward could we be seeing?
And
when does it come to an end is the question, right?
Right, and that's almost kind of what we are asking ourselves as we're starting to get some new model data in here for the afternoon. Some of our weather tools and instruments are giving us new outputs. And actually, we have some good news on that front. A lot of our models are trending to where we're going to be seeing the potential for that rainfall to wrap up early on Saturday. So still, even around 1, 2, even 3 o'clock in the morning, while you're still catching a couple of Z's, that's probably when we're going to still see some of that heaviest rain. But around daybreak, around sunrise, I'm hoping then that's when we're really going to be kind of turning off the nozzle and kind of shutting off the water, hopefully. And that means, though, if you have maybe a party planned Saturday night or a barbecue, that hopefully then you're going to be in good shape for that to get that in, because we don't want our weekend washed out.
Don't mess with the weekend, right?
Right.
But if we do wake up and it's a little damp, a little moist, soggy start to the day, even in a few areas, especially east of Toledo, we will be heading toward a dry trend as Saturday wears on. We'll still watch localized flooding, though, because of the rain that falls tonight into tomorrow. Even if it's tapering off, still could have some areas of high water in some areas. Not expecting any major river flooding, which is great news. Perhaps a few rivers, they rise to minor flood stage. Nothing I don't think we can handle, though. And by tomorrow afternoon, maybe a northeast wind keeping us in the 70s and dry conditions that will return. So how about the numbers, Diane? We ran some new numbers for this afternoon and this evening.
Right, so hopefully if we can kind of keep some of that moisture on the lower end, we would see potentially about an inch or less as far as additional accumulations from what we've seen. Again, some locations have seen already over an inch, inch and a half. So if we can keep those around less than an inch, that would be a good zone for us to be in. But again, it depends. If you get caught under some of those heavy downpours here still tonight, you could pick up some rain pretty quick, but some of us may not see that.
A little spot right here that we're going to kind of highlight over Ottawa County that's standing out, at least with the model data right now. That's one of those areas that could exceed an inch or more. Difficult to place this one. It's kind of tough where the storms train and where they line up and where they actually end up developing, but just an indication that at least the potential's out there that some areas could go over an inch up to an inch and a half of total rainfall, and much of that would fall overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, at least the heaviest of that.
Right, you would wake up to a lot of those puddles. It almost is making all of us have lakefront property, because we'll probably have water sitting in front of our houses for tomorrow morning.
And not of the good kind, right?
Right, yeah, not one that you probably can get your boat out on.
I'd rather make it a beach day instead. All right, so quick recap here of what we have going on. More showers, more storms are going to be developing. In fact, we look a little bit closer. There's a little cluster that's just making its way into Paulding County. This is an example, and if we put this in motion just over the past 1 hour, that's one of those developing showers and thunderstorms. That's going to be sweeping into Henry and Putnam County. So there's still plenty of time left for widespread wet weather, and these thunderstorms and storms that could bring some torrential rainfall will continue to sprout up and move across the area. So wet weather is still ahead. Many areas across southern Michigan have at least seen rain steady much of the day, and even a few embedded downpours that continue Hillsdale up into Lenawee and parts of Monroe County. All things, though, consider this isn't the best of summer days.
No.
I get it on a Friday, but if we can avoid widespread significant flooding, I think we'll be in good shape.
Right, considering all of these different scenarios that could have played out in the situation, we're on kind of that easier and better side of what could have played out in this situation.
So if you have some rainfall reports, or you just a report in general on what the weather's looking like, why don't you post it right here in the comments. Once again, First Alert Chief Meteorologist Chris Vickers and Meteorologist Diane Phillips covering you as we go through the afternoon with this little Facebook Live weather update. A good opportunity to get to know each other a little bit better as well. We've missed seeing you guys on Facebook, so it's great to connect and to hear how everyone is doing.
That's right, and hopefully you have good weekend plans and that you like the forecast, since we're going to pull back some of that rain on Saturday. So I hope everybody's happy with our weekend.
You have updates already on the First Alert weather app for us. You've been actively kind of monitoring that through the course of the day. That is one of the beautiful things about our First Alert weather app. If you don't have it, do me a favor, go into your app store right now, Google Play Store, wherever you are, find your First Alert weather app, WTO11 First Alert weather app. It is an app that is run exclusively by the First Alert weather team, and we're pumping video updates into there, exclusive content,
messages,
updating our hourly forecast, messages, our 10-day forecast. You're not going to find a weather app that's better than that. So give it a try if you haven't done so yet.
Yes, and that's a free download, so there's no reason not to go and have that app, and it'll be super helpful tomorrow morning when you're waking up, getting ready to tune in to Channel 11. You can go, oh, I see that rain's moving out.
Speaking
And
of
I'm really
that,
excited about
tomorrow's a big day. We've got the ribbon
Yes.
cutting for the St. Jude Dream Home. I know it's Facebook Live about weather. We can talk about whatever we want, though, right?
We're hanging out.
And it's weather related because we want to get the rain out of here by tomorrow morning. The open house is down in Perrysburg, the brand new Coventry Point subdivision. Buckeye Real Estate Group, so proud to show off that $400,000 St. Jude Dream Home that someone's going to have a chance to win. So let's look toward tomorrow morning because I'm going to be live on WTOL. Diane, you'll be out there volunteering.
Yeah.
I'll be out there volunteering, so hope to see you tomorrow morning as the showers come to an end. And if it's, well, still raining around 9:30, give us a little leeway on that. We'll get the showers out, don't worry, but please come on out and see us tomorrow. Good chance to say hello in person.
Right, and this isn't the only weekend. We'll be there Saturday, Sunday, and then the following weekends up until the drawing. So if you can't quite make it this weekend, you still have a few more opportunities to stop by and say hi.
August 12th is that drawing, so we're so much looking forward to that and looking forward to speaking with you guys soon. We'll leave you with a live look at First Alert Doppler Radar. Everybody have a fantastic day, and we'll see you on WTOL 11 at 5 o'clock. Take care.
Have a good weekend.